Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, are we on YouTube?
We are now, yeah.
Hey guys.
I'm so happy to be on YouTube. You're killing it too. Like now you're popping on my feed on YouTube everywhere.
When I moved here from London, I had to find a new videographer and just get everything set up again. So now hopefully it would be more consistent. You film your own stuff, right?
For the most part, yes, but honestly, like having a videographer is
It's so
key,
much
you know?
easier.
Of course,
It's so much easier, and even editing and stuff.
Yeah, so the editing part, I leave that to somebody else.
Okay.
When I film on my phone, I'm like,
Really? Yeah.
yes,
Smart,
I ship
because
it.
it's just too much effort, it's too much time. I think the YouTube one was
The YouTube
fun.
will be in my
Yeah.
tripod for the most part. I need to get some of the DJI. I
Get
think
this,
DJI
it's
more
so
there.
easy, and it follows you. Like you can track your face so that you move around and it follows you.
It's kind of cool because people like the vlogging stuff.
We are training glutes today. Glutes only because I had my glutes and quad session 2 days ago. Train every other day. Today is Tuesday, so we did Sunday. Quads and glutes. Today, Tuesday, only glutes. Notes, there's no hamstrings in there. Guys, I'll be honest, I don't train my hamstrings. I never have. If you've ever seen a video of me doing hamstrings, it's probably just because I decided on the day I wanted to get a video of my hamstrings. But I don't know why. These are non-functional, they're just ornaments. But for some reason I have very dense hanging hamstrings. I think it's probably from how much glute work I do. They probably just get hit as secondary, and I think genetically I'm just more prone to growing hamstrings. I don't know, I'm not complaining, but yeah, they don't get directly hit ever. So today is glutes only, and we're gonna start off with single leg stuff. I actually had someone ask me the other day, they messaged me on Instagram and they were asking if unilateral work, if you can still grow muscle while doing unilateral work.
Isolators or?
Yeah. So, because I do a lot of single leg stuff.
Okay.
And they're like, can you actually grow muscle on that? Because you're not able to lift as heavy. It's like 100% you can, 1,000,000% you can. And I really encourage it, especially when it comes to the glutes and any muscle that's kind of prone to imbalances, which the glutes are very prone to imbalances, your quads. And if you're not doing that unilateral work, it's very easy to have a bias in your body. So for me, coming from a powerlifting background, I had a bias on my right side. Whenever I would do squats, I had a slight shift to my right side, and over time that gave me imbalances that led to sciatica, led to injuries, and I had to take a step back from just constantly lifting heavy weights and adding in the unilateral work. So all the single leg stuff you see me do, it's prioritized. I'm about to start my workout with a single leg exercise. I still definitely do loads of exercise with both my legs, but it's good to have alternatives, and it's good to alternate between single leg and double leg. We're gonna go for 12. It's crazy how much stronger my right glute is than my left glute. And that's why I always start on my left glute. And sometimes I'll even add an extra set on my left side to make sure I'm giving that left side extra stimulus so it can catch up with the right side. I've seen it in my check-in pictures before where my right glute tie-in will come in faster than my left glute just because the left glute isn't as developed. But I've made a lot of progress in that. Damien noticed it as well. Whenever he's made me do single leg stuff, he's always like, left leg first. I always tell my clients, if they have a weaker side, I'll usually program in an extra set on single leg exercises on that weaker side so it has room to catch up. So I'd start with, let's say you have 3 sets, I would add in a 4th set. So you'd start with your left and then you'd end with your left. So your left side is getting 4 sets, your right side is getting 3 sets. And if you have a difference in strength, then that increase in volume on the left side at least is going to make up for that, and over time you can gain more strength on that weaker side. So I am 4.5 weeks out from the Arnold UK, my first show of the season. Don't actually know how many shows I'm going to do. the rules this year is to qualify for the Olympia, you have to win 2 shows for wellness. Depending on how I do, I might just do as many shows that it takes me to get to win in 2 shows. We'll see. If I always like to listen to my body. If I am kind of just sick of prep, then I'll know to tap out. But if this prep is an indication of how things are going to go, then I'm going to be here prepping for a minute because this is going so well. No complaints here. Cardio is at 30 minutes, 6 days a week. And I've had so many high food days. As soon as I go flat, I'll have a high day. And my average calories are way higher than they've ever been at 4 weeks out. My weight is the lowest it's ever been at 4 weeks out. And we're not even actually 4 weeks out, we're 4.5 weeks out. So it'll be 4 weeks on Friday because the show is on a Friday and today's Tuesday. So yes, everything is, touch wood, going really, really well. Food is good. Yeah. You know it's good when I don't have anything to moan about. I don't have anything to complain about. I'm like, yep, happy. Energy is like up and down. I haven't really had like that much of a day where I'm just a zombie. I'm expecting it to come. It will come. Just from being low body fat. Even if a prep is easy, when you're at low body fat, you will still get those days, like regardless of how hard you've had to push. But yeah, so far so good. I'm gonna have to put my hair up. It's getting hot in Arizona. We're in flipping February, coming to the end of February. It is so hot.
Yeah.
I don't like cold. Speaking of, I had a recovery session yesterday. I did an ice bath. And I had a moment of like a brain fart, like prep brain hit me. So you guys do Fahrenheit. Yeah. I know Celsius with temperatures. There were 4 ice baths. 55, 50, 45, 40. Okay. I was like, I'm gonna go in the warmest one, 40. I thought I was gonna die. I thought I was gonna die. I thought I was gonna pass out. Yeah. I went in there, I was like, this is pain. This is pain. And I was with my friend, and afterwards she was like, hold on. Why did you go to the coldest one? I was like, what do you mean, 40? Yeah. There's 55, that's the coldest one. She's like, no. 55 is the warmest one. I was like, oh wait. So then I went to the 55 and it was like so comfortable. Not comfortable because obviously it's still cold, but compared to the 40, I was like, this is way better. I think on prep, when you have rest days, it's important to have like that focus on recovery in different ways, not just mental recovery, but the physical recovery as well. Not just thinking, it's a rest day, I'm gonna switch off, I'm not gonna do anything. I think that's actually counterproductive. You still wanna be moving your body in a healthy way. And things like yoga, Pilates, things that are not super taxing on your body. Even walking, like I do a lot of walking. I'm always outside as much as I can. Obviously, I am very blessed. Like, I'm very lucky that it's warm weather here. It's also very safe where I live, so it's easy to kind of just go outside. In London, I still went out and walked all the time, but I wouldn't walk around at night by myself. And yeah, I definitely had some encounters that I've not had here, so.
Got it.
Yes. Good. I think when it comes to shit talking, yeah, you definitely see a lot of it from the men, and I think it's absolutely hilarious. I love watching the shit talking. You don't really get it with women. I think we're more sensitive and we take things more to heart. So it's not as easy. Like in British culture, we have something called banter, and you can just say something like so rude to someone, but we understand and we like laugh it off. But maybe like
It's just banter type thing.
it's just banter, yeah, like, and it can be rude. It can be rude as hell. But that's just how we talk to each other. It's quite different here. But I think, yeah, you guys are a little bit more sensitive, but it's okay. I broke the world record for squats when I was 18.
Okay, what was the record?
212 kilos, which is
That's like 500 pounds.
something like that.
For a single rep?
Yeah,
No way.
yeah, it was
At 18.
at 18, yeah. And I had the bench press, which was 112 kilos,
Okay.
which is like 200 and something pounds. Yeah, my squat.
Solid.
Yeah, my squat was actually stronger than my deadlift. My deadlift wasn't that good. It was 190 kilos. Yeah.
I just learned something new about winter out.
Yeah.
Big dog.
I don't really bring it up in normal conversation. Like, hey, did you know I had the British record?
Yeah, I think.
Probably the lion. I don't really have like that much like development. My abs are really small, so I have to get super lean for them to show. They're tiny. Take any pre-workout? No, I don't take pre-workout. Sometimes I take pump formula when I remember, and which oftentimes I forget. And pump formula is just like, it's got nitric oxide, I think arginine. Some vasodilators helps blood flow into the muscle. But generally, no, I don't really take anything. I drink electrolytes before, like in the morning. I use Ultima Replenisher, it's so good. I just bought like 5 different flavors.
What is it?
Ultima Replenisher, it's just an electrolyte brand, 0 calorie.
Nice.
Tastes really good. I can't drink plain water. I'm such a child. I can't drink plain water. It just tastes so nasty. It's like, it just feels like a pointless endeavor.
Creatine.
I take creatine, 5 grams every day. Creatine is really beneficial, especially for women. It has, neurological benefits, helps prevent development of Alzheimer's, dementia. And of course it helps with muscular fullness, and
Absolutely.
people think, or sometimes I think people get confused and they think they can get enough creatine from their diet, which is very unlikely, I believe almost impossible. You're saturating maybe up to 80% of your creatine stores through diet alone. To get to 100%, you need the supplementation of creatine. And I have noticed when I stop taking creatine, or if I forget after an extended period of time, maybe a week, my muscle soreness is much more profound, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, much more exaggerated. So creatine is something that I take year round, never come off. You're always trying to get yourself in the video, innit?
No, I'm trying to get myself out of it.
It's just such a good, effective glute isolation movement.
Gotta work on this one. Yep. Come on, Winter, let's go. 6. Come on. 7. Easy. 10. Come on. 13. It's all you. It's all you. 14. Do what you do. Money rest. Yep. 15. 6. We'll take that. 7. Yep. 8, 9, 10. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Good.
Oh.
We know. Rough set.
That's third exercise. feel finished.
What are you feeling? What are you thinking? What are you gaining? Where are people falling short at by not pushing that far? Especially somebody at your level, or even a beginner from time to time.
I think people start to feel that it hurts and they think that means they're done. But I think it's important when it starts to hurt. For me, I feel like that's when I'm actually entering that part of the exercise where I'm going to make improvements.
Money reps.
Yeah, you stay in the comfort zone of your rep range. You're probably going to keep the same strength, same muscle size over time. If you push yourself into those 3 to 5 reps of this hurts, this hurts like hell.
Yeah.
That's when you are entering, progressive overload. That's what it is.
Exactly. Otherwise, they may see gains, but they're going to be slow gains. It's going to take a long.
Yeah, you can easily remain the same for years and years and years just by being consistent. But if you want to improve, rather than just being consistent, you have to find ways to improve in your training to perform better than you did before. And it's not going to be linear. You're not going to have every single session where you're able to add on, a pound, 2 pounds on the weight. You can progress in so many different ways. Your mind muscle engagement, for one. Let's say you do a set of 10. 8 of those reps you felt like were perfect mind muscle engagement, the last 2 not so much. Next time you do that same set of 10. All 10 reps were great mind muscle engagement. That in itself is progress. You do that again, you add 12 reps. You keep working. If you have a set of 3, give yourself a rep range. Once you're able to hit the same weight at the top of that rep range, it's time to increase the weight.
Absolutely. Yeah.
There's so many different ways of progressing. And I think, rule of thumb, if you're a beginner and if you're in a growing phase, just aim for strength increase. It's going to be the easiest way to progress.
Sure.
But as you become more experienced, you're not always just going to get stronger. I'm a clear example of that. I am weaker than I was when I was a powerlifter, but I'm more muscular. So it goes to show there are other ways of progressing, gaining muscle than just focusing on strength.
Sure. Good.
Glutes are getting tired today. Can you see all these? These are all remnants of the cupping. They were like circles, and they're
I see what you mean now. So you don't want to get them done.
No, I scar very easily because of my condition, my joint condition. So it affects the collagen, affects the skin. So any scars I get just take a long time to heal or like disappear. Yes.
You spoke on it a couple times.
Yeah. So I have a genetic condition called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and it's a collagen defect. There are different types of the condition. Mine actually is not that severe compared to other types. Other people with like type 1 collagen defect will be like wheelchair bound. They cannot walk. yeah. For me, it's not as bad. I'm just more prone to subluxations, dislocations. My joints are kind of always in some level of pain, but I'm still functional. And it's funny, when I was diagnosed, the doctor's advice was no heavy lifting. I was like 16 at the time. I had just gotten into lifting. And I was like, yeah, okay. Carried on lifting anyway. But it causes issues in that where you have a condition of hypermobility, you gain muscle, it restricts that mobility, and you get rebound tightness. So if I don't stay on top of my stretching, which I'm doing all the time, I have to stretch in between exercises, I get that rebound mobility, and that can cause me a lot of pain and injuries, and I'm more prone to like muscles being strained and things like that. So it's definitely manageable. I've had it my whole life, so I kind of don't really know what it's like to not have it. When I was growing up, I was told it was growth pains. I was always in pain as a kid, so it was, yeah, it's just growth pains, you'll be fine. Never the pain never left, and I was like, something's clearly wrong. And it was actually when I started training, I did Olympic weightlifting, and I had constant pain, like really bad constant pain. So I went to the doctors, and that's where I met a doctor he was well versed on the condition. Not a lot of doctors are. A lot of doctors don't even know about the condition. And he just did some diagnostic tests on me. And yeah, pretty much diagnosed me with it. There is no treatment, there is no cure. It's just management. You know, people will be like, oh, can't you just take collagen supplements? You can't. I will stick with my little baby 25s.
Let's go. Come on. You got it. Come on. Yep. Let's go. That's how you train legs. They don't train legs with nobody else no more. You train legs with what you're at. If it ain't her, what do you
Train legs with winter. That'll be the title of this video.
I'll flip this camera right now. I'll tell all y'all last. I'm not training.
On the topic of what we were just talking about, sometimes ignorance is bliss, and sometimes knowledge can work against you, especially in a case of like a self-fulfilling prophecy or a confirmation bias. So for example, if I haven't had a good night's sleep, I know the effects of a bad night's sleep. I know the effects on ghrelin, so your hunger hormone. I know the effects on mood. I know the effects on overall energy, appetite. So because I know those effects, I am already anticipating how I'm gonna feel that day, and it almost becomes true. Now, if it makes me think, if I didn't know these things, would I still feel it as strongly, you know? But I say that, but I think the reason I know these things is because I felt those symptoms of lack of sleep, and I've probably researched it to educate myself and understand why I'm feeling the way I am. So, but that's just the way my mind works. If I'm feeling something and it's abnormal or contrary to how I normally am, I like to know why. But yeah, I think sometimes it can work against you.
That's very true, it can. Like you said, there's a lot of things we wish we ain't know.
Yes, sir.
If you're a chronic thinker, just to keep it on a sub level,
Yep.
you're a chronic thinker, yeah, sometimes you're better
Chronic
off not even
thinker
knowing
syndrome,
stuff.
overthinker syndrome,
Yeah.
overanalyzer, wants to know answers to everything, needs reasoning for everything.
It can keep you so stagnant, or it can ruin just
Yeah.
a lot of relationships. Even conversations, you won't even notice it coming out. Like it's the thing.
Yes, but what do you do when you're naturally an overthinker? Probably meditate.
Yeah.
I've tried meditation, it does not work for me.
Meditate's good. For me, I think it's just, I've had to start saying like a lot of my thoughts aren't even real. Even if that possibility, yes, that could happen. But even if it did happen, like, is that outcome really even gonna be that bad?
I know. So much of stresses in life are just internal.
Absolutely.
You know, even worrying about things, like there is no real benefit to worrying. something that hasn't happened yet, you don't know the outcome, but it can cripple you with anxiety. You can be stressed days and days and days, but it doesn't change the outcome of what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So it's just, we're just torturing ourselves for no reason.
Yeah, absolutely. And your feelings are going to change.
Yeah, and when you're stressed, your body responds. It can show in your physique. We've seen it so many times, even in backstage compared to on stage. Someone who stresses out too much, the cortisol release can, it can cause you to be watery, to just look. Judges can see stress on the body, but they won't know if it's stress or just a bad diet, So you can work as hard as you want, but if you are not able to control your mind, then it can work against you. I will say one thing I am very good at is staying calm on prep and leading up to shows. I don't think I've ever had a situation where I've been so stressed before a show. I get excited, I get nervous, and I get a little bit of jitters, a bit of anxiety, but nothing that's damaging or affects, my sleep, for example, or anything like that. It's more, just...
All the negativity, she lets it out on me, that's why. I don't see that part. I take on.
Listen, I don't bully you, it's called character building.
You're right. Yeah. Bro, I like this one. Yeah, dude. Before you pose.
Hmm.
Walk us through, like, what is your mind saying right now? What are you seeing? Let it out.
What's my mind saying?
Yeah, about your physique, about your mentality, your shit. I can just hit us with it.
I feel like my legs look a bit flat.
Okay, let's start with the bad stuff. Get it out. Let us know.
I think I'm really happy with where my condition is at. I think my digestion has been really good, so I'm happy with how my waist is looking. I still have that needs to come off here. But I mean, it's fat and water, as the drying out process, my body changes a lot. Once we start water depleting, I have I have about 12 to 14 grams of salt a day.
I was going to ask, you probably got hella sodium.
I have so much sodium in my diet, and the reason being is I have low blood pressure. So for me my blood pressure naturally is like 100 over 50. So to get it to that 120 over 60, it's low, I know. That's why I don't really get in my head. I don't expect to look like I'm stage lean until that water depletion, because I know from experience how much my body changes in those 2 weeks of water depletion. So I try not to overanalyze my physique too much. Don't throw your toys out of the pram. Babies when they throw a fit, they throw their toys out of the pram. That's a British phrase. Just don't be a sore loser. That's my honest opinion, because if you want longevity in this sport and you want to enjoy it, you don't want to lose your love for it, embrace the losses as much as you embrace the wins.
Sure. And we outie.
We out.